product management, project management, program management, or maybe even content management, especially the first three. People often wonder what is the difference between these three because, after all, they are all emerging no code tech careers. And people ask me this question: what is the difference between the three P's? Trust me, even hiring managers make that same mistake sometimes because they are not really sure of what they are looking for. But if you are planning to transition or upskill so that you can earn more money or you can have more flexibility, you must absolutely know the difference because it is important you know the skills that you already bring to the table that you can easily transfer into either, or will I say, one of these three particular P's. Now, I am going to explore the three P's and, of course, give you extra when it comes to content. Let's say three P's and one C. Okay, first, now let's do the differences, the skills, which one is best for you, and how much you can earn from these three P's. I'm going to start with the most popular one, which is most likely what everybody understands, or at least think they understand, which is project management. Project management. Let's talk about project management. Who is it best for? It is best for people that have organizational skills or people that typically already practice organization within their current profession. You will typically thrive under structure, under deadlines, like you have a clear structure to how you do things. So it is important that if you are this person, you start to think about project management. Now, another thing that is very good for project management in terms of core skills that you must possess is that you must have systems, execution, and delivery. Those three core skills, you must be able to create systems around every task that is being done on a project. You must also be able to follow the execution steps as in accordingly based on what you have drafted in the strategy. You must also be very, will I say, that thing that people write on their CV about, oh, I work under, or will I say, I always meet deadlines or timelines and all that thing. You must be that person who is always very, or will I say, who is skilled at delivery to timeline. Now, let's talk about the money for project management. Realistically, if you are in Nigeria, for instance, you would typically earn 400,000 naira to a million naira, but internationally, let's start looking at $2,000 to $4,000 for experienced project managers. And when I say experience, even if you have about 3 years of experience, this will be it. But entry level, we typically earn about half of that. For instance, in Nigeria, an entry level project manager will probably earn between 200 to 600, while internationally, an entry level will earn nothing less than 1,000 to about 3,000. So even if you are transitioning, do the conversion of that money. Now let's go to the next one, which is product management. Now, product management in itself, what is the ideal thing? When you're asking, is this thing the best fit for me? If you are someone who is entrepreneurial, you are a creative thinker, and you love innovation, then product management is for you. So let's say you are one person that maybe you've been doing business, maybe you did career for like 2, 3, 4 years, you went to start doing your own business, and you're thinking about, okay, how do I start earning from these emerging tech careers without having to code? Trust me, if you are entrepreneurial, like you like to sell, you like to think, ideas always come rushing to you, and you're always thinking about how do you better this thing that's already existing. It means you have an innovative mindset. And let's just say turning ideas into finished products excites you. That means product management is for you. Now, what are the ideal skills you should possess if you are this person? You should possess strategy. Strategy is very key because in terms of you thinking about new ways to solve things, you must always be able to strategize. Strategy must come easy to you in terms of skill and problem solving. You must be that person that it's not like, you have an idea, you put it out, it doesn't work, and you're tired. No, you must be willing, or you must have the skill set of solving problem. And not to worry, you can actually learn it. There is what you call design thinking, which is a human-centric approach to solving the biggest problems in the world. Trust me, design thinking, that is one of the things we cover on the product management program at the Skill for Work Academy. Now, you must also be visionary, which is why you typically find that most entrepreneurs will thrive as product managers internationally. I'm a living example, right? The two international roles I've done is around product innovation, product management. And it is because I have entrepreneurship experience and I naturally have the skill sets for this. So I just needed to learn methodology to complement it. So even if I don't have a degree in product management, I don't have any structure this thing, but I learned the process of product innovation from an innovation lab in Singapore. And this has helped me to secure my two international jobs where I have used that skill of, you know, being a strategist, use that skill of problem solving, and being a visionary to then execute my product roles. So those are the skills you must possess. Now, in terms of money, even if you are like, will I say, at the beginning of your career, product management locally will typically earn you about 800,000 to 2 million naira in a month. But internationally, it actually earns more than project management. Trust me, you're saying, yeah, it does. Product managers will typically earn between $3,000 to $5,000. Even entry level people do not earn less than $2,000 in product management. How would I know? I actually have a friend who earns up to $10,000 as a product manager internationally above $10,000. I did not say that, above $10,000. And you must be wondering, why does this thing command great amount of money, even more than project management? It is because, think about it. If you are a product manager in a thing, it's like you are an entrepreneur. What does an entrepreneur mean? It means that you are responsible for starting a product, understanding the product, bringing the product to life, selling the product, and that is what they do. So it's like you are an entrepreneur, only that you are somebody that is inside somebody else's business. Because inside a business, you might have several products. So that is how this actually works. Product management. Now let's go to the third one, which is what? Program coordination. A lot of people always ask, program coordination, do I need to study? What do I really need? Right? Will it favor me? Now, first thing, it is best fit for people that have strong communication and they like to organize people to deliver on it. It is similar to project management, like you would already assume, but instead, let me tell you the difference between program coordination and project management. In project management, there is a stepwise methodology in which you execute projects. You have to learn it. You have to go through a program to learn agile methodology. You need to learn waterfall, like there's a initiation, planning, execution. Like there's a methodology, there's a framework which you have to follow in project management to execute project that has start and stop. Whereas program coordinators do not have to learn agile methodologies, waterfall methodologies. Their strong ability to organize and coordinate things, which you would typically learn from something like workplace fundamental skills program, because what you really need is workplace tools that can help you organize and arrange things. So it is not like a professional, let me put it that way, it's not a professional thing, but it is one of those three P's that can help you earn internationally. And you need what? The following set of skills: coordination, teamwork, and stakeholder management. You see that one? You cannot. Like, if you don't know how to manage emotions, multiple stakeholders to ensure that things are working, coordination. Oh, have they bought this? Have they bought, let's say, for instance, we are going for an EdTech festival or campus activation. You must be able to say, okay, have they paid for the billboard? Have they done this? Have they done that? Exactly. Whereas you are doing a lot of coordination where project managers will put it on the board and be saying, okay, this is the stage of the project we are in, this is the stage of project we are in, what are the resources? But you are in the day-to-day coordination of that activity. That is a major difference between project and program coordination. Of course, because you don't need to go through a structured program. WFS, for instance, at the Escape for Work Academy, is enough for you to become a program coordinator. So it simply means that it commands a little less money than project and products that need strategy and high level of systems. Now, what will you earn as a program coordinator? You would typically earn 400 to 900,000 locally and between 1,000 to 3,000 internationally. And how would I know? People like Ghanaian that we have trained into being a program coordinator has been able to use that in the last couple of years. And now she's even like on the international level. So trust me, you don't have to learn a particular thing, right, to execute program coordination. So if you feel you are that person that is at the, you've done your career, you don't really want to go into full-blown systems and structures, program coordination might be ideal for you. But if you're that person that are still in your prime and you are looking to earn good money and you are very good with strategy, product is your go-to. Now, if you are good with systems, setting up system for things to function and efficiency, project management is your go-to. Now, you must also say, oh, Doc, why is it just the three P's? I said I was going to give you a bonus, which is the content strategy. If you are also very strategic and you like to sell, content is your go-to, because in today's world, content is how people sell. Even digital marketers cannot sell without content. So content strategy is what you need to focus on if you like to just sell things, if you like to market things and help people see the benefits of this. Now that you know the differences, the similarities, how much you can earn, the skills you need to possess. For content, for instance, you need to possess your ability to have foresight on what is going to sell. You also need to be able to put together words, like say copies, in such a way that people are convinced. Those copywriting skills is one of the skills you need to have in content. Now that we know all the similarities and differences, let's go use it to what? To make some money. It's time to launch your high income global career with the skills that these people are actually asking for. I already showed you what those skills look like on LinkedIn, and you already know the differences between what? The project, product, content, and all of that. It is time to now launch your career through the Skill for Work Academy, because this high income, it is not only people like Hope or Israel who are going to earn it. If you're wondering who these people are, I will tell you shortly. But first, what do we need to know right now to be able to take the next step? The first thing I want you to know is that your CV is not the game changer. You hoping that one day something would change and it will happen by chance is not the game changer. You need to actually be able to show them that you can do this, right? Not just have a PMP certification like Bimbola you did, but still nothing happened for them, right? It is important that you are able to show these employers what you can do, which is where we come in at the Skill for Work Academy. We have mentors who take you through this particular program week by week. You will self-study at your own pace. We have the project management, product management, and content creation and social media management programs. And you would be able to fit into at least one of these three and launch your professional career. Trust me, is it good that we have fundamental skills? Yes. But if we want to be able to increase our income to the likes of the $2,000 to $4,000, I've already shown you what WFS can do in terms of program coordination and what it can earn you, because it is easier to get started at program coordination. But if you know that you want to move ahead beyond that and be someone like Israel who now earns more, or you know what, let me just let you listen to some of what Israel has to say.
In WFS, currently in my place of work, I'm like a champion, because the number of things, because it's a kind of an environment, a traditional setting, a traditional project management setting where tech skills, soft skills are hardly used. So imagine that kind of environment, and someone is coming to say, now we can use this, we can use this, and you're kind of collaborating in a little way that not knowing that you are not even so much of a good at WFS, just so that we can have that learning. And so it has really, really been of great help to me, although I've not practiced a number of them. I'm still boxed in within a number of learning. So
I'm just going to pause, and one of the things he then said is he recommended that if there's anybody who has not gotten on it, they had better get on our programs now before it gets more expensive. And I would advise you, he said what? He said, I have people now look like me like a champion. This is somebody who had already been in traditional project management, but who then came to the academy to upskill. So at the Skill for Work Academy, there are several questions that people have asked us, such as, is the technical skills program enough for me to become globally employable? Like I always tell people that it is not enough, especially if you want to work remotely, which is why we have the WFS. But if you already have WFS, fantastic. It means you just simply need to complete it with a technical program. Now, another thing people always ask us is, what exactly does technical skill mean? Does it mean I have to code? And I was like, no, you can choose from product management, project management, content strategy and management, which is what it is. You don't have to work code, but they are still high income, like I have explained to you. Do you need a certification? Trust me, like I mentioned to you, we have the likes of EBA who are earning above $10,000, right? Already earning between $1,000 to $10,000 monthly with the right skill set. So no, you don't need to code. You simply need to be able to show these employers what you can do in terms of the product management or product development and etc. How long will it typically take you to move from where you are, just like Hope? Let me give you Hope's story, and I'll show you like a sample of Hope, and I'll let you listen to her for a bit. Hope's story is that she came to the academy in March, and when she got here in March, she said, "Oh, how do I?" I said, "Start with WFS." Hope took WFS, she took the GOP to global visibility. Then she moved ahead to then take project management, which is the main thing she wanted to actually do internationally. And when she started work and she realized that a lot of the things that she was doing in terms of project management was going to need her to have product knowledge because it was a tech-based organization. Then she came back to fill up her knowledge with the product management program. So that is what Hope did. Now, people are asking, how much can this be? Originally, this program is supposed to cost you nothing less than $300,000. Go and check practical schools that actually have what? That have mentors, professionals that are actually on the field teaching them. Alas, us, we actually have these professionals and we are currently subsidizing it. And we currently run this program at what? At 215,000 Naira. Now, how does this program, what is the content of this program? What do you need to know? The project management program at iTrain Africa, for instance, is your gateway to mastering agile methodology, waterfall methodologies, and we are going to give you real life case scenarios that mentors are going to access in order for you to switch your careers. You already know who should be doing that. Now, if earlier you thought about, oh, product management because this one has the highest money, or because you are very good with strategy, you may actually want to consider this, right? And I already gave you recommendations regarding that. So it is easy breezy for you to get started by enrolling. Yeah, people then ask us, is there a 2-time payment option? Yes, we have that, but please take note that your payment needs to be complete before you actually are given access to the program. How many modules are there? Depending on the program you take, for instance, the content module is the content program is about 6 to 7 modules. The product management is about 10 modules, and the project management is about 8 modules. So depending on what this, and of course there are quizzes. You will go to quizzes, you have live mentors over the weekend, and if you cannot attend, trust me, there's also a replay. You can also watch the live project of some of the batches that we have held in the past to see how this live project works. You just need to come here, click on this, and you see the live project of a previous batch so that you can understand how live projects actually work. Now, this page, you just need to visit www.itrainafrica.com/global career path for you to be able to access this page. Like I said, how does this instrumental payment work? You just need to pay 110,000 twice, and you pay a total of 220,000. But if you are paying once, you just need to pay 215,000 inclusive of tax. You can either decide to click any of these buttons and pay via this thing. Click any of these buttons. You can also download the curriculum to understand what exactly you'll be learning on this program. Now, that is how, trust me, our key things. We have a community of people you are learning. We have mentorship and we have support. The mentors, what? Like they teach you from their years of experience on how to even land your first role. So trust me, you are going to be supported. Then the next question I always get is, how long does it typically take for me to transition from whether it's my banking career, customer support career? I said, please give it a realistic 3 to 6 months timeline. Why? Because you will need to get 6 weeks in technical knowledge. You need to practice, build your portfolio, do a bit of internship, which will also give you links on how you can even start your internship career. Then you can then proceed to actually getting the real job, which is what Hope did. She came in March. By May, she had gotten her first volunteering opportunity, and by July, she had actually got into managerial role. So between March and July is even less than 6 months. I'm just saying, realistically, people's paths are different. And you get a certificate. Yes, you get a certificate that looks like this, and enrollment is currently ongoing. You can register into the next batch of the Skill for Work Academy Technical Skills Program. Now, if you are ready to start earning the high income in no-code careers, it is time for you to take the next step. See people like Tony Olayinka, what they say about our programs. You can read our 180 plus Google reviews to understand what people are actually saying about the technical skills program, and meet your instructors in the academy. They are people that are very good at what they do on their job. And guess what? If you have more questions, just come to this page, www.itrainafrica.com/global career path, as a single word, global career path, and you would be able to send us a WhatsApp message here. I cannot wait to see you in the SFW Academy.